What's good everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you all the new best way to basically farm AFK every resource in the game, or at least every important resource in the game. You will get gems, you will get risky dices, frost binds, trait crystals, and even the new spirit orbs which are used to reroll spirits on units, which can be extremely OP, depends on the unit and on the spirit. So this method isn't really anything new. It will be basically just doing Tower of Eternity, but there's one really big change which has been made by the devs this update 4 of Enemy Defenders, and they removed CAPTCHA from Tower of Eternity. So right now you can AFK basically the whole night doing Tower of Eternity on 1 account, on 2 accounts, on 4 accounts, on however many accounts you want and you can, right? You'll just need to adapt this strategy to however many accounts you're using. I'm going to be showing you with only 1 account today, but it's not that hard to make it for 4 accounts. You just put them all in a corner of your screen and just make sure you place a unit on each of them. But be careful, this might get a little bit harder for like the future floors. Like if you're on floor 100, you probably won't be able to do that on all of your accounts, because maybe even mythics will get like outclassed by the units. Maybe not floor 100, like floor 150 or something, but then it's going to be hard even for secrets. Anyways, whenever it will get harder and you won't be able to do it with mythics, you probably will need at least secrets, or even almighty mythics or secrets. But this definitely works until like floor 100, and if you can do it on multiple accounts, you will get a lot of resources in basically no time, because you will be just sleeping and getting them in like 2 nights. I've gotten to floor 66 in like 8 hours of AFK overnight, or 10 hours, something like that. I'm not really sure, but it wasn't really a lot. Like I just slept for 1 night and got this far, right? Anyways, I'm going to stop the yapping and just go and show you how I do this and what's my method, and maybe you can adapt it to your units. Of course, it's going to differ depending on your loadout, but I'm just going to give you an idea of how you can do it with your units. So to start off this method, you will need to win a floor in Tower of Eternity and not lose it, because if you lose it, the play again button will be here and you will need to play next, right, which will be here, and the back to lobby will actually be here, so they'll be switched. You just need to win a floor, right? So you win the floor, you get your tiny task here, which is mandatory for any AFKs excluding the one where you AFK in time chamber, but you will need to have the preferences put to continuous playback, because elsewhere if you press play after you record your recording, it won't loop until morning, until you wake up, or until you finish whatever you are doing. So you will need to press recording, then press out here a few times to be sure, and now wait for around like 20-30 seconds, because if you start from like floor 5 or 10 and go to like floor 100 something, it may take longer for your units to kill the boss. So you will actually, there will be a time difference between you clearing floor 10 and clearing floor 90 or something. So you just have a little bit of extra time. Right, we reach almost 30 seconds, and now I hit play next. Also, before like you start this second run, you will need to place yourself, like turn your camera up, right as I have it like this, and maybe just put yourself in a place where it's more comfortable for you. I like to stay here, but anyways, right now you just need to wait until you have money to place your first unit, which is recommended to be a multi-hit, because as you see, these dudes have shields. I use Bear King, and you either click on him right here, or you click on your keyboard wherever he is. So you see this pad, you need to either place him upwards of it or downwards, in somewhere around here, your unit. I place him here, and you can just spam click if anything, then just get another and spam click again in this part somewhere around here. or even down, right? You just spam click around here. After that, I usually put him right in this place. It should always put him here, and put another one right in this place, because you don't move when you play next. You just stay in this right exact spot, so it doesn't matter. The placement will still be the same. After that, when you place your first multi-hit unit, which usually will be able to carry the first few waves without any upgrades, so you don't need to keep in mind where you put them or where you spam click them, because you will not upgrade them. This is just for the start. I will use Gojo. You don't need to have him shiny or almighty, you can just have a simple Gojo. And take notice where this path is, just go from it to the right and at this thing, right? Just as the corner where you can place him here, and then he will always be here. Just click a few times to be sure his upgrade thing pops up, and now you can just keep on upgrading him. Mind you, this does not have to be Gojo. You can use like a unit with preferably more range, because sometimes if you put him here it will be a bit farther from the actual path, right? So it preferably has more range, something around like 30 range or something. So Gojo is like one of the best units for this. He doesn't have to be almighty, he will still get to like floor 100 or something, even more maybe. I'm not sure about that, but if you have him almighty, well, that's just even better. So you'll place whatever unit you have here, a good mythic. I think Natsu could do this, like Flame Dragon God could do this, and that's really nice because he's like a first, he's a mythic, like not even the first update, he's a mythic from like even before the first update from the game release. And anyways, you place whatever unit, a good unit that can carry you, just keep on upgrading. If you want, you can also get like other worse units or just other units to help your main unit, like, and it's even better if they're like good, if they have almighty or they're secrets or like really good mythics. You just do the same thing again and like spam click them around here, over this path or under this path, just like spam them out here. After you spammed one, click C to cancel if somehow it hasn't been placed, and just then get another one, spam click again, and do this for like however many units you want to have in your loadout and to use. Also, before we reach the final wave, I want to tell you that this method is like not the best for gems, because if you know anything about the state of the game right now, trading is kinda fucked and prices are going up, gems are worth like almost nothing. You'd be better off just summoning for a secret unit rather than buying it. Problem is you can buy Gojo and Nigris, which are two really good units. But anyways, so yeah, even if you get like 20k gems, 100k gems a night, that won't do you like a lot. You can still buy Frostbind rerolls, but even they are really expensive. You're mostly doing it for resources like risky dice, Frostbinds, rerolls, and Spirit Orbs. I'm saying they're one of the most important things. So right, you finish this, and the time may vary because stages are simply different. Right now I suggest you to wait to like 6 or 7 minutes, depends how much you have on the recording. Just wait here and then simply press off recording, then boom, it's done, and you can just put on continuous playback, play again, and it will do the job. Let me show you how this works. Right, so as the macro is playing in the background, I'm going to tell you that you will stop getting Spirit Orbs at around floor 60, so like from a 10% chance at floor 1, 2, 3, whatever, I'm not sure because I have AFK'd, so I couldn't check every percentage, but from a like 10% chance to get one each floor, you will stop getting them. I got like 40 or 20, 30 or 40 from one night of AFK from 60 floors, but as I said before, you only get them before floor 60 and maybe after like floor 100 or something, but I can't confirm that because I haven't gotten there yet. But anyways, that's the only problem really about Spirit Orbs, but it's still nice to get like 30 or 40 with simply AFKing and doing nothing. Well, yeah, as you see, this macro is working, placing the Bear King in the exact same spot. I'll just wait a bit so like you can see even the Gojo is being placed. So just imagine if you wouldn't have a multi-hit unit to start off like Berking, like he's really great for this. It would be really a bit more challenging because you couldn't take their shields that easy. And also a multi-hit unit with 4 placements would be ideal. But free run works to our other units. As you can see, I'm just about to place the Gojo, or I mean the macro is about to place the Gojo. And yep, the Gojo has been placed. You will just repeat this until you wake up or you finish your business. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you can grind this, AFK this, get a lot of stuff, and see you in the next one.